Yo. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody?
Hi.
Thank y'all for tuning in once again.
Welcome back.
Another episode. Episode number 14.
14?
Yep, 14.
Sure.
I went and looked at it. It's definitely 14. We lose track. Today we're going to be talking about, would you date you?
Marry you.
Well, you got to date you first.
Yeah, you're right.
But would you date you honestly? So that's what we're going to be talking about. I don't know. I think I'm a really cool guy. I think I would date me. Why you laugh?
Because I can laugh.
Whatever. Stay tuned.
All right, yeah, there we go. Now I can see. Y'all ready to get lit? Live from Jacksonville, Florida. Vodcasting around the world.
You heard me right. That's vodcasting with a V.
We want to welcome you to the LiT TV show, where we love, learn, and leverage information together. Because what we don't know can literally take us back to the Stone Ages. Are y'all ready to get litty? Welcome your host, E.
Mama, there goes that man.
C.
The boy's smart, but he crazy.
Weston.
Yo. So guess what, y'all? So we sent our kids to the park.
In my efforts to get them out of the house, they have to spend an hour outside of the house every day.
Because we run COVID Academy. We had to tell y'all that. It's a whole nother story. We had to tell y'all about COVID Academy.
So I'm like, you guys, while we do the show, go ahead, take a walk, go up to the park. It's like, okay, walk the subdivision or something.
Well, call them because it's pouring down raining like real hard. Like
cats and dogs.
Like a monsoon going on, and our kids are stuck in the park. Hey,
I opened the door. I didn't see them come running.
I told Charity, listen, y'all, I grew up where it rained outside. It was fun. Like, we was looking to play in the rain. Kids are different today, so she's calling them while we're live on air to see if they're okay. Hopefully they're good. I mean, rain don't hurt nobody. Come on, these kids are just different. Rain ain't never bothered nobody. And then he gonna answer the phone. If he is getting wet, he ain't gonna answer the phone.
He ain't gonna answer the phone.
No, because rain is coming down. I wouldn't answer the phone in the rain.
Thought I heard him. I'm gonna let it ring all the way through. No answer.
Do you want to just go hop in the car and get him? I'll hold the show down till you come back.
I'll be back.
So she gonna go get my kids, which are, like I say, hey man, rain is okay with me. I grew up in the rain. It didn't bother me. Look at me. I turned out good. That was from playing in the rain, y'all. It worked for me. So, oh, they made it. Are they wet? Tell them to come here real quick. Come here. Come here, son and daughter. Come here. Come here. Come. They don't want to be on camera, y'all. Come. Say hello. Come, son. Come to the middle. Say hello to the people. They're on that camera right there. Hey. Just say hello.
Hello. My mom's fault.
She sent them to the park in the rain. Well, it wasn't raining when they left, but look at them. Oh, my baby is all soaking wet. They'll be fine. Tara G said the fact that they didn't answer, I saw the look on her face. So today's show, y'all, is being brought to you by none other than our sponsor. So we want to give a shout out to them. If you have not heard of I Shop Black, let me tell you something. You want to be a member. If you're not a member, if you're a business owner, you want to be a member. I don't care where you are in the country. They're all over the world. And then if you are not a business owner, but you are Black and you would like to support Black-owned businesses, if you're not Black and you're white, you'd like to support Black-owned businesses, green, purple, yellow, it doesn't matter what your color is. If you want to support Black-owned businesses, we're going to tell you to go and support or go and sign up for, go and shop via iShopBlack. Let's look at our sponsor real quick.
Business owners, is your business signed up to iShopBlack.com? This is the hottest spot for Black-owned businesses and professionals. Get discovered by consumers and make more money. It's just that simple. Visit iShopBlack.com and get signed up.
iShopBlack.com.
So make sure you go get signed up. iShopBlack.com. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Everything from black doctors to dentists to chiropractors to retail store owners to your restaurants. And if you're in the Jacksonville area, they're definitely here in Jacksonville. They're in the Atlanta area. They're in Orlando, spreading out throughout the United States. So support. And then for these guys who are not in these states or cities that we just mentioned, you could always support and have stuff sent to you because they do ship. A lot of these companies do ship. So they are our sponsors. Thank you so much, iShopBlack, for sponsoring the LiT TV show.
It's good
What's
stuff.
up, girl?
Oh, nothing much. I'm here.
Taryn said she could see the look on your face when they didn't answer the phone.
Yeah. Came sprinting into the garage.
But they made it, y'all. See,
Made
water didn't hurt them. So today we're going to be talking about what?
Would I date or marry me?
Would you date or marry you?
Yourself, yeah.
Yeah, and from an honest perspective. So we threw honest in there because we want to talk about it from an honest perspective. I don't know. Me personally, I think I'm a pretty cool guy. But would anybody ever be able to answer that question in the negative? It would always be in the affirmative, wouldn't it?
You would think, because people are so, enamored with themselves and think that they can do no harm, no wrong, no foul. But just taking a deep dive, looking internal, really think about you. Really think about your ways and, your attitudes and your habits. She worked on herself now, so she would date herself.
Who said that?
Taryn.
Oh, Taryn. That's good. Matter of fact, Taryn, I probably wouldn't date the old me.
So I shouldn't have dated you?
I'm saying old before you, Charity.
Yeah, I'm asking.
I'm saying before you. The old me, like.
The old you.
Well, I'm saying, like, if you would have met me when I was 19, 20, you know what I mean? 21, 22, 23.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28.
You trying to put my age out there? What are you trying to do? I don't think I would have dated the old me. Like the old me, and I'm not even talking from a. I think the old me just wasn't mature. I think the biggest word that I would use is just maturity. Like the old me, I moved solely on feelings.
Mm-hmm.
I made decisions based on feelings. If I didn't like something, I let you know it. I acted out. You know what I mean? If I didn't want to do it, I just didn't do it. It was one of those things where I think, there wasn't much thinking that took place or consideration of others, I should say. Let me put it that way. There wasn't much consideration of other people. It was about me.
Okay.
And so I don't think the old me, I would have dated. But the new me, oh, child, let me tell you. No, I'm just joking. I'm like Taryn. I worked on me and the new me. But what about you?
I would think, yes.
You would date you. You would date you.
Absolutely.
You said that real strong.
Absolutely.
So what is it about you that you like about you that you think is attractive to you to date you?
Yeah, intelligent, individual, sweetheart, loves to cook, fun loving, all of that good stuff. All of that. Yeah.
All right.
It's true.
I'm just saying, like, our resume for ourselves is gonna always be, it's gonna be good.
It is. Why wouldn't it be?
Because Danny said self-reflection. You said deep dive. Do we ever put the bad out? Do we ever lead with the flaw? Think about dating, period. Like when you dated me, wasn't I perfect? No, I didn't lead with flaws. I wouldn't put the flaw on the forefront. Like, I wasn't going to expose you to weaknesses right off the bat.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So when it comes to dating, why is it that we don't take a real self-reflection, a deep dive, and deal with the part of us that's not so dateable? Why isn't that the person we put out there? We put out the representative, the best version of self.
See, and that's the millionaire mindset said it's an interesting question to ask about our past. What about the now, the future? Would you date yourself now? What flaws are you hiding now? And that's, we could look at the past and we've grown and this and that, but still, out of all of the growth that you've experienced and still where you are today on August 20th, 2020, would you date yourself?
You're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that. The new me, yes. I mean, I've grown. I'm a lot more mature. I think that the headspace that I've been in, the latter parts of my life is way more different than the earlier stages. Mm-hmm. And so yes. So yes, I would do it now. But we are not gonna get into it yet. Charity got some tea that she has to go over and some news. So we just kind of letting y'all know in advance what we're gonna be talking about. All right, you ready for your thing?
I'm ready. I'm without my laptop, so I'm gonna try and do it from my phone today.
You think you can do it?
I think I can.
You got some tea?
I got some tea.
Real tea.
Sipping on.
Actual tea. All right, Charity in the news, y'all.
All right, in the news today. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Sure, why not? All right, August 24th will officially be Kobe Bryant Day. The Orange County Board of Supervisors passed a resolution declaring August 24th Kobe Bryant Day. Now, the date is a nod to the two jerseys worn by Bryant during his 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers, number 8 and number 24. Both numbers were retired by the franchise, and he's the only player in Lakers history to have two numbers hanging in the rafters. Bryant, who lived in Newport Beach, died on January 26 in a helicopter crash in Calabasas, California, along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others. Now, the resolution named all 9 victims of the crash and said the day will honor Bryant's legacy, highlighting the Lakers legend's achievements on and off the court. It said that Kobe Bryant was a basketball legend that inspired so many globally to pursue their dreams and taught us that hard work truly pays off. Kobe Bryant was a beloved member of our community and a treasure to his Orange County neighbors and is one of the greatest basketball players of all times. Now, the date, 8/24, which is Kobe Bryant Day, falls just one day after Bryant's birth date, August 23rd. I thought that was real neat. Now, more Kobe news. The LA Lakers are to wear Kobe tribute jerseys in the NBA playoffs with a Gigi patch. So the LA Lakers will rock special Kobe Bryant tribute jerseys during their playoff run, which includes a patch to honor Gigi Bryant, and Vanessa is a huge fan of it all. So you can check out the Black Mamba look, the uniforms that were actually inspired and co-designed by Kobe a few years before he passed. The design is a sweet black uniforms with a snakeskin print featuring 16 stars on the side to represent the 16 Lakers championship. The team is set to debut the new threads on Kobe Bryant Day, August 24th, against the Portland Trail Blazers in Game 4 of the playoff series, according to NBA's Locker version website. Isn't that great?
Man, listen,
great.
you know I'm a Kobe fan.
That feels good.
Yeah, I've been a Laker fan all my life. You know that. I've been a Kobe fan all my life. And you know what we're going to do? Matter of fact, we're going to do episode number 24. Episode number 24 will be Memoirs of Mamba. And I'm going to have 3 NBA players on the show who played against Kobe Bryant. When he was alive, they played in the NBA for several years against him. I'm going to have all 3 of those guys on the show. The show's going to be called Memoirs of Mamba.
Sounds
the
good to me.
24th episode. How about that?
I like it. Hey, Tony White. Hey. How are you, dear? All right. In other news, Duval homeroom, and this is speaking of our local news here in Jacksonville, but I bet there were some similar issues across the country with kids going back to school in the virtual format. So Duval County Public Schools sent a message to families enrolled in Duval homeroom saying the district is experiencing a delay bringing up Microsoft Teams for many online classes. So those who were enrolled in Duval homeroom for virtual learning may have struggled assessing their classes on the first day of school. There was a voicemail sent out and email sent to families with students notifying them that the district is experiencing a delay for some of the online classes. Now, we definitely experienced that as well. And I don't know, this homeschool stuff just... I'm not a fan. I want the kids to go back safely, period. And they need to figure that out real fast. Because Matthew, the one y'all just saw on the camera, he didn't roll out of bed. You know how some people roll out of bed? He rolled over in bed with the laptop to do the work. All up under the covers and everything. Didn't bother to sit up or nothing. So we got to get this thing figured out. Are you guys experiencing, some troubles, or what's happening with you guys and the kids going back to school? I know it's a big mess, but we got to work through it together. It's got to be done. So parents, we just can't pull our hairs out because then they'll pull theirs out. So we got to keep our cool and figure it out. Last thing, here's why. The real reason. The real reason why the Postal Service wanted to remove hundreds of mail sorting machines. This week, Postmaster General Louis DeJoy pulled back on a host of cost-saving measures at the U.S. Postal Service after a public outcry over delivery delays and the potential to upset mail-in voting come November. Of particular concern was the removal of hundreds of mail sorting machines. According to a grievance filed by the American Postal Workers Union and obtained by the Washington Post, the Postal Service was poised to decommission 671 of the massive machines, about 10% of its inventory, and capable of sorting 21.4 million pieces of paper mail per hour. The Postal Service, by comparison, processes as much as 500 million items each day. But Postal Service officials and industry insiders say the removals were part of a long-range plan, one that reflects Americans' diminishing use for letters and growing reliance on package delivery. Now, 671 machines slated for removal were scattered across 49 states, the District of Columbia, and Puerto Rico. The removals correlated closely with populations. And I'm going to also add swing states. The states were Florida, Texas, New York, Ohio, and Alaska is the only state with no machines left on the list. But again, those machines, they said, were taken out due to the diminishing use of the letters. But those states also correlate highly with swing states. Now, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just reading you the tea. That's it.
No, that you saying it. You ain't saying it, but you saying it, and we all know what's going on here.
I don't go deep. I just give it to you.
Let me go deep for you.
Oh, Lord.
We know what y'all doing. Hey, we ain't dumb. Is that all your tea, lady?
That's all my tea.
Come on here.
That's tea.
So we're gonna deal with this. Would you date you? And we're gonna deal with it from a real perspective. All right, real perspective. Mindset, millionaire mindset. Say no, go deep, Charity. Stop.
Wait, and Terrence said, same routine as if they were going to school. I don't change their routine. Right. That's what I'm saying. I want to stick to the same routine. It's hard though. But
when you say the same routine, like what do you mean?
Like wake up, brush your teeth, wake up, eat breakfast, get dressed, brush your teeth, and let's go sit at a desk.
No, that's good. I think that's necessary in order for them to be in the mindset of school.
Right.
No, I think that's good. I'm
gonna need your help with that one.
I can help. I can before I leave. Get out of here. I go.
Right.
And they could be in the loft in there, or either in the game room in there, and he can do it in there versus doing it in his room.
Good tea. Thank you, Quintez.
Go to bed same time. Wash and eat. Just come on here.
Yes, sir.
Karen, you on
yes,
top
ma'am.
of it. So listen, we are dealing with would you date you? And I'm looking for some real people to give me the honest would you date you in the state that you're in right now? Right now where you are you the best version of you? Would you date you? Or would you, knowing what you know about you? Ah, that's good. That's good. Knowing what you know about you, would you be patient and say, no, not quite yet? So opening it up to you guys, let me know where you stand. Now, going back to our original conversation, we all put our best representative out front. Is there anything about you, knowing you, that you wouldn't want to date? That's not dateable.
I don't know if I would say not dateable, but I know that I am like, I'm kind of a neat freak. I can't even say neat freak. You know, I like things a certain way.
It's called your way.
No, it's called clean.
She like things her way. Go ahead.
Neat and clean. And you know, somebody else who may not be as neat and clean may not like me because I like things neat and clean. And that's something that, you know, that could become nitpicky. You know, that person could be like, oh, you nitpick about everything.
No. You did that wrong now. No. I'm saying knowing what you know about you.
That's what I know about me.
But that part of you would want to date you because you like that part of you. What part of, see, do y'all catch that? Y'all catch that?
I'm looking at it as the other person.
No.
May
you
not
date you. That's the don't confuse would somebody else date you. That's not what we're talking about. Would you date you? And then I asked the question, is there things about you that's not so dateable? In other words, this is the deep dive, the self-reflection, the part of you that has to deal with the part of you that you don't put out there. You know, you can't say, well, that person might not like the neat. No, you like being neat and you like being neat. So that's not something that wouldn't be, you see what I'm saying? That wouldn't be dateable for you to date you. You would date you in that sense.
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm talking from the standpoint of would you date you and what areas about you that is not so dateable even to you?
Now, Danny's Delight says, no, honestly, I'm not self-healed from past trauma.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That stuff, that real deep dive that says there's a part of me that, you know what I mean, that is not so dateable. You know what I mean? Millionaire mindset. I mean, I don't swing that direction. So honestly, in that sense. Oh, really, bro? Oh, really? Is that
what we're saying?
Is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we're gonna do, sir? No.
And I guess Taryn is saying the same thing. I'm the better version of me now. It took time and healing. A lot of people issues and relationships come from their childhood. You know, so
I'm agreeing. So Taryn, there's nothing about you that doing a self-reflect that says that part of me, no. That's what I come with it. I'm not saying that it has to be, but I'd venture to say that there is in all of us something that's not so dateable, a part of us that we're not happy with, a part of us that we wouldn't put in a relationship if it was, you know, like for an example.
Give us something good now.
Okay, for me?
Yeah.
Okay, for an example would be, for me, I procrastinate. I hate the procrastination side of me, but yet I don't fix it. Does that make sense? Like, it's like when I'm under the gun or under the pressure and have to get it done, I do it.
Right.
But I procrastinate up until that time.
Me too.
Is that you? That part of me, I wouldn't want, like, I don't like that part of me. That part of me is not attractive to me. And you would think that it would be easy to just say, well, you don't like that, change it, right? But it doesn't quite work like that, as we all know. So given that as an example, I think I lack discipline in some areas. I would like to be a little more disciplined in certain areas. Areas being like health, drinking water, eating certain foods, dietary. I've gone for seasons, and then next thing you know, I'm back to junk food. You'll tell you I got a sweet tooth, and before long, I'm back to that lack of discipline in those areas. To me, is not attractive. To me, I wouldn't want to date me in those areas. Does that make sense?
Make perfectly good sense. Millionaire mindset. So in honesty, yeah, I date me, sure. But that also in knowing and accepting that we are all not perfect, always evolving and growing. If we were to wait till we were perfect, absolutely perfect, yeah, we'd be waiting for a minute.
Of course now, but
Hey, Edith.
but what's going on, sis? Edith, thank you for rocking with us on tonight. No, of course, bro. I agree with that. But again, we're doing the deep dives, right? We're doing, in that statement, you would have patience with you because you know that you are not perfect. So you would have patience with you. But I need you to be the other person for yourself. I need you to be the person that says, no, I'm not ready because this imperfection is not dateable. If there's anything, not saying it has to be, I'm just saying I want you to get outside of the perspective of nobody's perfect, yeah, and you know that you have flaws and you can be patient. One thing I've learned is this, y'all, we are always patient with ourselves. We forgive ourselves, you know what I mean? We put up with ourselves. We have less of a tolerance for other people's stuff than we do for our own. We let ourselves down. We don't follow through. The stuff we say we wouldn't do, we do. The stuff we say we wouldn't do, the stuff we said we would do, we end up not doing. And yet we still have patience with ourselves. We're long-suffering with ourselves. But when it comes to other people, we're not. And so this is really more about looking internally and saying, okay, what areas within my own life is not so attractive even to me?
That's hard. I mean, you know, it's hard to
Turn the mirror.
yeah, right.
It's hard to turn the mirror.
Mm-hmm. And even when you turn the mirror, you still looking like, I'm good. Taryn says, I have a lot more patience than I used to, not being patient, and tried to do everything. But I learned as women not to do that in a relationship. So more patience. Right. I get it. What?
What about, I don't want to go there. That's going to be too deep. I'm going to leave that alone.
Go there.
No,
Go there.
no,
Do
no.
it. Say it. Say it.
No, I ain't. That's going.
That's what you want.
That might be for another show. It might be a little too racy. You think?
How can I think? I don't have no idea.
And then
what you're
I knew
talking
you was
about.
gonna say go there mindset. Look at that. Look, let's go there. All y'all talking about go there. No, I'm not gonna. No. All right. So in dating and putting one's best foot forward, I would like to be able to not hold things in and voice them. See, that's what I'm talking about, Danny. That's a part of you that is not so attractive to you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a part of you that says, you know what? This is how I am, but even I don't like it. So when other people don't like it, or somebody that I'm married to or somebody that I'm dating don't find it attractive, I can agree with that because I really wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't even date me. You know what I mean? And yeah. So with that being said, Can you list the things that are most attractive to you dating you? Now, you started down that road when you mentioned you're neat, you're fun, you're fun loving, you're love to cook,
Yeah.
nurturing.
Yep.
I'm saying these things, but these are the things that you find attractive about you that you would date you.
Right.
What about y'all? What things about you that you think to yourself that's attractive? You know, I would date me because of these reasons.
I'm cute.
You are cute, girl. I used to hold things in and learn that's not healthy. Come on here, Taryn. And then Danny says, yes, I see.
Take it as a touch.
You can touch it now. Yes, I see it after reflect on my responses. The only way we can grow is we have to be honest with self. So Shakespeare says something very profound.
To thine own self.
Always be true. And it's so easy to drink the Kool-Aid and believe your own press. It is so easy to believe, and you should to some extent, but you have to always have a real healthy dose of reality with self and who you really are. Do you want to use this?
No, I'm good.
Here's one. Here's an extra one.
I'll just hold on to
Are
it.
you positive?
Yes.
This just has a stand that holds it for
we're
you.
good. But now when you talk about to thine own self be true, I don't know if that is, it sounds real good. It sounds real good, but I don't know if that's always good.
What do you mean? Like,
Because I can remember there was a period of time where I was very true to myself, and I was true to me. I knew my feelings. I knew what I wanted. I knew, and I was just very true, but it was dangerous for where we were.
so the context in which we're saying to thine own self be true, in other words, don't start lying to yourself about that in an arrogant way that your feces don't stink. That's what we're talking about when we say to thine own self be true. Not to thine own self be true. In other words, do what you feel, say what you feel. Those are the dangerous to thine own self. That's not what he meant when he said to thine own self be true. He's saying don't lie. In other words, don't believe your own lie. You know what I mean? Like, be honest with yourself about who you really are. Does that make sense?
You like that quote, Edith, to thine own self be true?
One of my favorites. Yeah. It's one of my favorites as well. Because we have the tendency to begin to believe our own press. We have the tendency to begin to believe that there is nothing like there's no flaws, or whenever Charity and I get into an argument, it is always from the lens of perfection from each side. I can never see what I do wrong. I can only see what she's doing wrong. Even in my wrong, what?
Who's blaming me? I'm kidding.
Okay, don't you? All right, these people gonna think I'm. Come on, be true. Or to not on self, be true.
I'm kidding.
But that's what arguments do, right? We always paint ourselves in the best light. We always see ourselves in the best light. And
Look,
what?
I look at this description from Taryn: caring, loving, and asset, feminine woman. Now, no boss. Wait, feminine woman now. No boss chick over here. I let the man lead.
Come on here, Taryn.
All right.
Come on, Taryn. It's so easy to drink the Kool-Aid. It's so easy to let me give it in terms y'all can relate to. Get high off your own supply. That's what I want to say. It's so easy to start thinking more highly of yourself than you ought to think. For those of you guys who are more spiritual, I mean, there's a number of ways that we can place it, but it's because we always want to put our best foot forward. We always want to be painted in a certain light. We don't want to be flawed. We want perfection, right? We're striving for perfection. But in the process of doing that, we have to always be honest about where we are.
So, Millionaire Mindset, what if we reapproach the question and ask, where do we see ourselves in a year or two? And what in our lives do we need to leave behind to get us from where we are to where we want to be?
That's good. That's good. We could approach it from that. That's good. That's matter of fact, we could. I think with us saying, would you date yourself, is just a catchy way of dealing with what you just said. Like, where are you now? where do you want to be, and what steps are you willing to take to get from where you are to where you want to be. We never arrive, right? So 2 or 3 years from now, if your goal is to get to point RS and you're on EFG, just because you've gotten to RS does not mean that you have arrived. That's just, we are always growing. There's always room for improvement. We can always do better. We can always desire more. We can always level up more. We can always be better.
So with that, what would you, where would you grow from today to make yourself even more dateable in the future?
To you? Dateable to you?
No,
What you say?
if you would date yourself, more dateable.
What you want me to tell you about what I'm gonna do for you? Huh? Okay, now you said you got these people on here. You sure you want to have that conversation?
Go for it.
So, I think, well, we already know procrastination. Mm-hmm. You heard me say today, I asked my wife a particular question about a particular gym. You heard me say, I'm getting ready to do some, right? That's a health conscious thing that I'm on. You asked the other day about why I was drinking. We were at a restaurant. She asked, why did I order water? I never order water. Ever order water. Hey, you don't have to rub it in, Charity.
Just saying.
I'm just saying. So I never order water. She said, well, what are you doing? Are you, and I'm conscious of the fact that I need to do better by me. So those are areas that I think, gotta stop. That's my biggest one. Mm-hmm. I think that's my biggest one. I love.
But you're saying you love.
I love hard too.
Do you?
You do what?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know? What you mean you don't know? Do I?
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. People should always continue to grow in a relationship. Right. Never become stagnant.
T1, what's up? Wanty. My brother on. What's going on, T? So I'm bringing the question to you.
Yeah.
Millionaire Mindset said, what would we reapproach? So let's reapproach the question. Where do we see ourselves a year, 2 years, 3, 5, whatever? And what in our lives do we need to leave behind in order to go from where we are, where we want to go? So I'm asking you, what are those things that you feel that would make you far more attractive or dateable to you in the future?
Well, and I don't want to piggyback off of what you said about the procrastination.
Yeah, that's one of your things, I know.
But it really is, because I've said this before, that because I'm very intelligent, I'm smart.
Oh, here she go with the list again.
Smart lady. I know that, but it seems like the procrastination still holds me back from being greater than I could be, just from pursuing different things, more wholeheartedly and not haphazardly. I think that would help me be more attractive to me in the future.
You'd be more of a go-getter?
People use the term with me. They always
say you are a go-getter.
That I'm a go-getter.
All the time, yeah.
All the time. I mean, I had someone come to me the other day, wanted to have a meeting with me because they wanted to start up something with me because they know
But that's what they know. See, that's why I love this conversation, because you know the real you. Like, that to them, you're 100 miles an hour, but to you,
I could do better.
You're doing 50.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. It's true.
Anything else?
Not yet. I got to think some more.
Oh, all right. What about you guys?
Karen says, I currently stick to my goals now, and I plan them out from weeks to months to years, and I write them down, and this is one thing that's helping me now. That's real good.
So you write out your goals, Taryn, and you look at them, and you do milestones to help you achieve them, and you keep looking at them until you accomplish them or cross them off. You reset them if you don't accomplish them in the time period that you need to. Those are real good. That's something that we know to do, and we probably don't do it as consistent as we should.
Right.
Knowing is so much half the battle.
Half the battle.
Who else? T1, if you're still rocking with us, talk to me, bro. What things are you doing? I know things that you're doing, but what things are you doing to better position yourself to be the best version of you a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? And what things are you cutting off or leaving behind? More importantly, I like the way you put that millionaire mindset. What things are you leaving behind or cutting off or dropping off that will hinder you from accomplishing or getting to where you want to go 2 or 3 years from now? I'm asking that. I'm asking Quintez Nelson as well, Edith Hodges as well. I'm asking all three of you guys, T1, Edith. As a matter of fact, I'm asking Millionaire Mindset. Since you done changed my question up and done changed the whole format of what I'm doing up, I want to know from you.
Let's hear it.
That's right. What things are you doing? While y'all are putting that in the chat, I think another thing for me is I'm being transparent here. Like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but to thine own self be true. I'm a heart guy. Like, I'm a heart guy. I am a heart guy. And even though I play hard, play tough, act like stuff don't affect me, it affects me. And you know that. Things
I'm about to say, can't tell.
I mean, I'm talking about not between us. I'm talking about external things where somebody has done me wrong or wronged me or I came up on the short end of the stick when I've done right by people. It affects me. It affects me in ways that it shouldn't. And I will never do anything to them. If they call me, I'll still be there just because I'm a heart guy. But it affects me psychologically. And I think that part of me, people say it's because you're a pastor, you care. But I still think that part of me, I would want to leave behind. I would want to care, but not be affected so much when I'm done a certain way. Here's the thing, people are people, and I know that. Like, people are people, but I love hard. I really do give from the right place. And when somebody hurts me, I feel like it hurts even greater because my heart was pure. My heart was in the right place. So truly, I would take that part and I would leave that part behind where I'm not so affected. Not that I wouldn't still have a heart, not that I still wouldn't care, not that I still wouldn't, but that I wouldn't be so affected by it.
I get it.
That's just the truth too. And I hurt and I carry stuff. I let it go. I'll move on, but I hurt. So
yeah. I think sometimes, I don't know. I think you feel like people intentionally do stuff to you when they may not necessarily have that intention.
No. I get it. I get it. I think the thing for me is just that, again, because I do care. Like,
they ain't typing that in that chat.
Oh no, y'all need to type it in there. Maybe they type in sentences and paragraphs. But but I think it's more so than it is them more than it is Quintez is coming. Quintez. More than it is them intentionally doing it. I think for me it is I don't know. I'm the kind of person, if I wrong you, then I feel like I deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I've done something to you, then you doing something to me is fair. And I don't get to determine what extent you do something to me. So for an example, if I cut your clothes up, you set my car on fire, I can't say, well, all I did was do your clothes. You destroyed my whole car. Like, for me, if I do something, I expect that you do something back regardless of to the extent. That's fair. But when somebody wrongs you and you've been nothing but good to them, it hurts.
Did they really wrong you, or did you feel like they wronged you?
That's good. That's good. And that's why I probably need to get to a place where I don't know, because unless you have a conversation with the person, right?
Right.
You can never really tell.
Communication is the breeding ground for understanding.
You stole that from me. She sound like me.
So
I ain't heard that in a long time. You said that in a long time.
right.
Well.
So we got some stuff coming up in the chat.
Come on.
Quintez is giving us his weekly breakdown.
Sundays,
Our spirit days,
Mondays,
family days,
Tuesdays and Thursdays,
fuel my business days,
Fridays,
date night,
Saturdays.
Q days. I need a C day.
What's a C day?
That would be charity day. That's cute. That's his day. Saturdays are Quintez days.
Oh, is that what that is? Q days?
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Okay. You gotta, it's spread, but you're touching everything. You're touching everything. You know, there's not one thing that's lacking.
That's good.
I like it.
That's good.
Millionaire mindset. I think it's easy for us to love people when it's convenient, when it's easy. We are in relationships now, family, spouse, kids. Do we love those in our lives when it's inconvenient?
That's the hard part. The hard part is, how do you do it when it's inconvenient? Let me tell you what I've learned, millionaire mindset. People who don't want to be inconvenient don't mind inconveniencing other people. They'll inconvenience the whole world as long as they're not inconvenient. But can you love when love requires something more than just the relationship itself, where it requires something of me, like being inconvenienced? Millionaire mindset, you just be changing my stuff up, man. This wasn't
Good,
supposed to be.
I like
That
it.
was good, but
We need you around.
yeah, Rob, my brother, what's up? Honestly, I think leaving some relationships behind will push yourself to the next level and accomplish your goals. Listen, bro, you're speaking a mouth. You have spoken a mouthful. A lot of people take your kindness for weakness. I agree, and so I'm gonna receive that like you just ministered to me, and let me tell you why. Because also, what I tend to do personally is I love relationships. So when the relationship is severed or damaged or non-repairable, it does something to me. And I got to get to a place, I think, with what he's saying, which is good for me. Like, some relationships are healthy that it's over, regardless of how it ended, regardless of how it feels that it's ended.
Right.
It is healthy because where we're going, a lot of times those relationships are not meant to go along with us. That's good.
Millionaire mindset pointed up. Something I want to work on. I'm not perfect.
Oh, so what he said was regarding. Okay, that's
Pointing
good.
up.
That's good. That's good.
Yep, leaving the relationships behind.
Yeah,
That's true.
good. No, he's saying. I'm speaking specifically about kids and spouses. I think what he's saying is that he's working on those things.
Gotcha. Looking back
So,
up at his other comment.
Yeah, this comment correct. No, brother. Listen, we all can work. Now that's an area that we all can work on. And that's just the truth. Rather we all say it or not, we can do better by relationships that we do have, and honoring those relationships that we do have. All of us can. I'm guilty of, my cousin's on. I'm guilty of, my grandparents will get on my case every time that they see me. Both of them. My grandmother from my dad's side, my grandmother from my mom's side. They are going to get on my case when they see me. They're going to love on me. They're happy to see me, but they're going to get on my case. And here's the reason they're going to get on my case. Because they do not see me or talk to me as much as they want to. And I say every time, and my heart is pure, I say every time, I'm going to do better, I'm going to do better, I'm going to do better, and I don't do better. So what you're saying, millionaire mindset, I can receive wholeheartedly, my friend.
Valerie says, call me and I'll explain my chicken nugget theory.
Valerie, where's she at?
Valerie, you need to be calling us.
Where?
Explaining.
Oh, my chicken nugget thing.
Like,
What? Regarding the love mindset, this is exactly right. Regarding the love. Danny says, being in the presence of the right spirits can help me move forward in the years to come.
That's right. That's some of them old relationships.
Relationships. That's what Rob was saying. Yeah, the relationships are what it is. Okay, she's driving at the moment. Relationships is what it is that is causing us to not be the best version of ourselves. I'm a firm believer that, and this is just me, y'all, but I'm a firm believer that around the right people, you will flourish. Around the wrong people, you'll become stagnant, and life becomes tough around the wrong people. We always have difficulties, regardless of what group of people we're around, but you will flourish more when you got the right people around you. And that flourish may not look like what you think it should look like. That's the other thing, is because we have in our mind what life's supposed to look like for us or what we want it to look like. Then there's a perfect life that has already been planned. And when we get around the right people, we experience. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm gonna throw this out there. I was talking to a friend of mine. I had a meeting with Chris today, and we both ran into a mutual friend that we know. He actually walked up and he's in real estate. I thought about you so heavily. Well, he's in real estate. And get this, y'all. He made friends with a lady who's in real estate as well. And the lady is a realtor. He's a realtor. And she ended up introducing him to her husband. Well, the husband, really good friend, became a really good friend. He didn't know this, but the husband, multi-millionaire, the husband says to him, help me buy a house. Now his wife's a realtor. He tells him, help me find a house and buy a house. If we close the deal, you're going to have access to $5 million for the rest of your life, and money will never be an issue for you. He says to my buddy, my wife's a realtor. What you're doing, she can do, but we like you.
Very nice.
He closed several deals since this time with this particular guy, and you could just see him buzzing from ear to ear about, and it's all commercial real estate
Okay.
too. So he got a deal that they get ready to close. 1.4 million is the commission. And so a $48 million deal. But I say that to say this, just coming into the right circle. And I'm not saying that money is the answer, or money is what is making them happy, but I am saying that things flourish when you're around the right people, and things become stagnant when you're not. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So if you're the smartest, am I reading too long? Go back up some.
That's good.
Is that where we are? So my cousin, what's up, cuz? Love you. Val says, if you are the smartest person in the room, you need to find a different room.
My.
If you are the smartest in your circle, you need to find a different circle. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Valerie, would you date you?
Yeah, Val, you just came on. Would you date you? I know what Val gonna say. Of course, I would date me. No, I'm saying, would you date you knowing all that you know about you? And I mean, when I say all that you know about you, the part of you that people don't know, because you don't put that part out, you put your best foot forward all the time. Would you date you those areas of your life? Danny Delights.
Clapping it up.
Hey, Danny, I want you to, here's what we want to do, and it's just dropped in my spirit. Danny, here's what we want to do. For our listeners on a show, I want you to sponsor the show, and this is what I want you to do. I don't want you to spend any money. We have sponsors who spend money on the show every week. I don't want you to spend any money. Here's what I want you to do. I want you, we're going to have a little contest kind of deal. I want you to create and make a dessert. We're going to pay for it. So your sponsorship is actually going to be a dessert for my listeners, because I want them to experience, like, your stuff is off the chain. And so we're going to bless some people who tune in with, I don't know, I guess the easiest thing for you to make. I don't know how we would figure that out, but we're going to figure that out. That just dropped in my spirit. I'm going to throw it out there now.
Everybody's not local.
Not everybody's local, so we got to figure that out. But we're going to bless some people who we'll figure out how we give it to them. And you're going to be the sponsor. We're going to pay for it, but you're going to be the sponsor. We're going to put your business out there. My homeboy's on.
Marcus Jeffries says, I definitely would not date me.
Elaborate, Marcus.
But why?
Elaborate, Marcus.
Please.
Like, share, and you ain't got to go in deep detail, bro, but just share.
Nobody else on here tonight said that they would not date themselves.
You're the first person.
You're the first
Everybody,
one.
well, Danny said originally.
Yeah.
She said
did.
originally. She says, I'm ready. Okay, we're gonna make that happen. You got my word on that.
Where am I scrolling up?
Right here. You trying to see that? This is right here.
Okay, go up. Pause. Go up some more.
Marcus.
Okay, you can come back down.
Okay, Marcus, tell us why.
Yeah, Marcus, would you not date you, since you're the first person to say that? I mean, the second person to say that you would
Most
not.
people say, oh yeah, I would definitely date me because we put our best foot forward. But tell us why. What is it about? And you ain't got to go in depth. But what is it about you that's not so attractive to you?
And he put the sign like no.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? The emoji? Yeah, it sure is.
Like it.
Yeah. We always are working on the best version of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know? And we get better. It's a process. Life is a process. We don't arrive immediately. We get better over time. Right?
Thanks for the questions. I gotta go love on my fam. Catch you next time. All right, Millionaire Mindset. We'll be out of here in a minute.
Hey,
anyway.
Millionaire Mindset. Love on them, man. Love on that woman. Love on them babies. Love on them. Because one thing that you can give them more than you can any education, any money, is love. And they know when they're loved, man. So love on them. Love on them to death. Literally. So bless you, man.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in, rocking with us. He always is supporting with us.
Right.
He actually has a YouTube channel. We're going to actually get you to come on, Millionaire Mindset. He actually has a YouTube channel. He does education on finances.
That would be awesome.
So Millionaire Mindset, we're gonna connect up, man, and get you to come on and bless the people.
That would be awesome. Zoom.
Very solid too. Yeah, bring you on Zoom and maybe even get you to do a course because like his YouTube stuff, he actually do live training. So it would be good to get you to come and actually teach some stuff, man. So we
for
can
sure.
become a little more proficient with our finances. I'm patient. I'm a patient person. So yes, I would date me. We already knew, Val. I already knew. I know what we're working with. Cuz got degrees. She educated. Come on here, successful. I knew you were gonna say you were gonna date you. Cherry Lint replying to Marcus Jeffries. Why not? Okay.
Yeah, he got quiet. I don't know.
He might be still typing, Cherry.
Oh, okay, he might be typing. I wish I could see the bubbles.
Yeah, don't show the bubbles
Don't
on
show
here.
the bubbles. But yeah, thank y'all for, spending this time and giving us this inside information about yourselves. It's not always easy to put it out there, but when you put it out there,
Yeah.
you feel better.
Yeah.
You really do.
And you can't grow without confronting where you are.
Right.
Like you first got to be able to confront where you are. He says, I don't know. I guess I'm super hard on myself, and that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair. Sometimes we're not hard enough on ourselves. You know what I mean? Like we think we're all that in a bag of chips. You know, early in our marriage, me and the wife used to go at it, and we still go at it, but not like earlier. I'm scared I don't even trust myself, especially after going through a heartbreak.
Oh.
I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. And that's
Dang, that's good.
That's good. And the reason it's good is because thine own self be true.
Right.
And what we do oftentimes, Marcus, is we jump into relationships looking for completion. We're looking for somebody to make up the deficit. We're looking for somebody to fulfill the void or to make us whole. And that person, that's a lot of responsibility on that person because they're working on them.
Mm-hmm.
And now they got to take on you as well. And so I think it's healthy to be able to say, hey, man, not now. You know what I mean? I'm working on me. And I appreciate your honesty on that. Go ahead.
Quintez says, man, normally I would say I would date myself, but life is extremely stressful right now. My patience is lower than normal.
So you wouldn't date you right now?
Nope.
That's what he's saying. Edith, I wouldn't date, although I operate in the public and flourish in a crowd. I believe I've become selfish with my own personal space. Now, come on here, sis. She done put it out there.
That's right. Yes.
You became selfish with your own personal space. Cortez said, nope. Yeah, I think that's healthy. You know what I mean? And here's the challenge: when you're married, you still got. Think about this. You still got to be. We still have those same things where we're like, still not where I want to be. I'm not where I need to be for me, and I'm definitely not where I need to be for her. We've been married 16 years. And so it's a work, though. It's a work in progress. And I think that the thing is you have to be conscious of it, because when you're not conscious of it and you think you think things are good, it's not. You think that, that she lucky to have me. No. And vice versa. And so we have to be mindful of that. I'll say this, and then we can pretty much get ready to wrap up because we're right at that hour now. I should never forget this. Me and Trader was going through in our marriage. I was working for Yellow Pages back in these days, and a vice president, real high up guy, real high up for Yellow Pages. He wasn't even supposed to be in town. I wasn't even supposed to be at work at the time. He came to town, and I happened to be there, so I call it divine providence. Me and Trader were at it. We were going at it. And this guy, he was a believer, and he decided to give his testimony while talking to doing a focus group with us. And so in his testimony, he was talking about his wife and how she had been unfaithful to him and had cheated on him multiple times, right? He loved her through it. He loved her through it, loved the kids through it. And regardless of how much love he showed, she would go good for a little while and then she'd go right back to this same individual over and over again. And he said that they went and got counseling, and over a 5-year period, this went on like a cycle. He said that he had resolved in his mind that he was going to be great and be a great father. He was going to be a great husband. He was going to be good to her, still pay all the bills, everything that he was doing, until God delivered her from that thought process, that mindset, that spirit, is what he said. So get this, y'all. So they ended up getting a divorce. She divorced him. He, loved on her through the whole process. She still divorced him for the same guy that he took her back over and over after being caught. And he came home, then they were having sex in the bed in the house, and instead of him saying it's the last straw, she did. He called her. So she cut it off, divorced him. He became very bitter towards God, very bitter, became bitter just real angry towards God, because his plight was this: as great of a person I've been to her, God, how can you let her do me this way? And I've been there the entire time. I've forgiven her, and yet she did me this way. And this is what he said to us that resonated with me even until this day. He said, he was telling God, how could you let her do me this way as great of a person? He's this great guy, this great father, this great husband, this great. He said, God said to him, people don't cheat on greatness, nor do people divorce greatness. And what he said to him was, as good as he thought he was, regardless of all she did, God said there was things that he still needed to work on within himself. That's heartbreaking. That's a slap in the face. If God tells you that, that's like, hey, you can never blame the other individual. It is always something that you have to work on within you. So I normally give nuggets. That's going to be my nugget for tonight. Thank you guys again for holding us down. You guys are our family. Listen, Millionaire Mindset, Edith, Quintez, Danny, and then there's other Marcus. Mom is normally on. Some of you guys are rocking with us every single week. Rob, man, thank you guys for holding us down. It means the world to us. Let's just put it like that.
And it's fun. We like you. We like hanging out with you.
Marcus say, that's it? Listen. Moral of the story, Marcus.
Fix
as
it.
great as you think you are,
Fix it.
you can always be better. You can always improve. There's always something that you have to work on, even when you think you are as good or as great as you think you are. Because people don't break up, divorce, or cheat on greatness. When greatness is in the room, people are attracted to that. So, and there's more to it, but that's the underlying message that I think is so profound. So God bless y'all, man. That was my EC Nuggets. We didn't even go to commercial break on tonight. So
it's just that good.
Yeah, that was good stuff. So we're going to get ready to wrap it up. Wonder if he ever asked what she needed. Sharon, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure if he ever did or not. But I do know that there was something that disconnected, obviously, on both sides, and anything could work if you work it long enough. You just got to be willing to put the work in. All right. God bless y'all. We out.
Happy 56th anniversary to your parents, Edith. Woo.
56 years? My God. That's a blessing. And then guess what? It wasn't all love. think it was a commitment,
Right.
decision.
That's real.
Next week, Thursday.
Next week.
Thanks for tuning in to the LiT TV show with E.C. Weston. Don't miss next week's webisode. Same time, same bat channel. Hey, we're viewer supported, so don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Edward Weston, our Instagram, E-C Weston, and our Facebook, E-C Weston. Also, let us know what you'd like us to talk about on upcoming shows. Wait. Stop the music. I almost forgot the most important thing. We need LiT team members. If you'd like to help keep this show going, join the LiT team by donating $20 or more via Cash App at $LiT TV show. And we'll recognize you live on next week's show. Okay, bring the music back. Next Thursday, 7 p.m. Be sure to tune in because you won't want to miss it. And until then, stay lit, my friends.